I don't always enjoy the process of making commission paintings, but one of the ones that I think of often is this one. The guy that bought this painting came into the gallery on a day that I was working, went through and looked at everything, came back, and was wondering if he could commission a painting. I took down all of his information, I told him the quoted price that it would be. This one ended up being about 5 by 7, and he left it very open-ended on what he wanted the painting to be. The only stipulation was that he wanted it based off of his wife's hometown. Now, I have been to that town before, and I did not tell him, but my family actually founded that town. One of my great uncles somewhere down the line was the founder of this teeny tiny town that his wife used to live in. So that was a little bit of a coincidence, but I hadn't been to this town in probably a decade. I knew sort of what it looked like, but it had been so long that I didn't feel confident in painting it from memory. So I actually took the day to drive up and take a bunch of reference photos and ended up painting 2 paintings. One of them was based on a historic bridge. One of them was of this area, this painting. And I gave the commissioner an option. Do you want the bridge or do you want this painting? So he picked this painting, he took it home to his wife, he gifted it to her, it was a surprise, and he came back a few weeks later and told me that she was absolutely sobbing the day that he gave this to her. One, because it was a nice gift, but mainly because this house was her house she grew up in. Apparently, the house that she grew up in had gotten bought by one of their neighboring ranches, and they actually took the house and moved it onto the neighbor's ranch. And this is the neighbor's ranch, and that's the house. I didn't know that at the time that I took the picture, and he didn't know that at the time that he picked this painting, but apparently it was the right choice. Now, do I know if that was actually her house in reality? No, I have no idea. There's no way for me to really find that out. But to her, his wife, that was her house, and that painting now means a ton to her. Now, I was lucky enough that the guy actually came back and told me about that experience, but when you're selling art, you don't always hear how people react to being gifted those pieces or how much those pieces mean to them. So little interactions like that are a great reminder that if you're making work and somebody buys it, it might mean a whole lot more to them than you even know.